I remember having this conversation with my friend maybe a few weeks ago at work, and he was telling me how he's 26 and I'm 24, so he's a couple of years older than me. So I guess he was trying to big bro me and give me some life tips or whatever, even though we're in the same position in life, and I don't want to end up like him and continue to work the 9 to 5. But anyway, he's my friend, so I was listening, pretending like I cared. I mean, I did care until we started mentioning how his version of success, or the way he thinks he should live his life, and he thinks that everyone should live the same life as he does, is you've got to spread yourself thin. You got to try different things in life, and so you got to focus on maybe like 5 to 10 different things, and you have to be good at all these different things. So you have to be good at reading books. You have to be fit. You have to also work on your 2 to 3 passions that you have. You have to learn 3 different languages. You have to travel around the world, and you got to do this all within like a week basis, like a weekly schedule. And in my mind, I'm like nodding my head. I have a really strong values, and you can obviously tell through my videos. But in person, I'm the fucking chill guy. I tend to nod my head. I'm very I don't like entering these combative like arguments and stuff, because I can get pretty not vocal, but like I stand on my values pretty strongly. And like I know a lot of people try to like they get that sense of like a winning or reward when they change someone else's opinions, and like you're not gonna do that with me. I'm too fucking stubborn, alright? My ego, it's out of space. But in my mind, I disagree with him wholeheartedly. I don't think if you want to achieve something and be great at something, and I use this analogy to him as well. You think, let's use fucking Rafael Nadal, the tennis player, or Novak Djokovic, all these great athletes. Do you think they got great because they focused on so many different things outside of the sport? So, for example, do you think Novak Djokovic was also playing the flute? He's learning how to speak French. He was interested in cooking, so he was cooking all these different meals. He had this like great charity, so he flew around to all these different countries. Maybe he had like these things going in off season, but I think 90% or a majority of his time was spent solely on tennis. If he wasn't playing the actual matches or practicing in the courts for a few hours, he'd come home, he'd recover, he'd probably do some research on the sort of like the clothing and the footwear he should wear to, maybe perform and go side to side better. He'd look at different rackets and technology and all that. I don't think he was spending his energy on all these different things, because what I've noticed as well within my life, the simpler my life has become, the more streamlined my energy has become towards one thing, one task, one purpose, one calling, one passion. All right, we used enough words there. The most progress that I've seen. And so I'm wondering, like, for people who do like 5 to 10 different things, and they get FOMO and all these different areas of life, you're on social media, you see your friends going to this fucking new little arts and crafts store or sip and paint in your local city, or you got this other DJ coming up this weekend as well. You got to do all these different things. You're living a life of fucking dopamine. That's how I see it. And sure, life is about experiencing. I'm not saying you can't do cool things, but if you're trying to make progress in life, which is what I assume you guys are, right? If you're watching these videos on my channel, you want to achieve great things. I honestly think narrowing down your focus to one specific task or goal or desire you have, you're going to make the most progress, because you're going to become less distracted by other bullshit things, which means you're going to have less thoughts running through your mind. And you can also just block out and fully focus on that one thing. I feel like that's such an obvious thing. And when I told this to my friend, he didn't understand it. He thought that's such a sad way of living. Like, oh, like, we should be so grateful that you have this life, and so you should experience as many things as you can. I agree. You can't, as I said, I'm not saying you can't experience different things when you feel like you want to give yourself a reward and you've earned it. Then yeah, sure, fucking go out to these nice restaurants and travel around the world. Go see that theater or that artist that you've always loved. Go to his concert. I'm not saying you can't do that, but I think day to day, like for weeks or months maybe. This is why like a lot of successful people talk about monk mode and shutting themselves inside a door. I'm not saying you can't go outside and get some sunlight, but focus on that one thing and narrow it down. It's going to save you so much fucking brain energy so that you can actually focus on that one task. I remember there were points in my life where I was neglecting the fucking one desire I had, which was to become a YouTuber and make online content. And I get so fed up, or I get distracted, fucking ADHD brain. So I'd tell myself, oh yeah, like you've always wanted to learn French, let's learn French. Oh man, like I feel like I should be fit. I'm already going to the gym, but like, I want to get my cardio up, so let's sign up to play cricket as well. Or I've always loved volleyball. Oh, my friends play basketball every Wednesday night, I should do that too. Oh man, there's like this arts and crafts store. I really want to do yoga. Like, it's good to get into a routine where you fill your days with a few things, but narrow it down. Channel all your energy into the one thing and become good at that. And once you've become good at that, then you can start thinking about other things. But here's the thing, I've learned a lot of these things through books like Robert Greene's Mastery explains it perfectly. That these things, they fucking take a long time. And Alex Hormozy also says as well, like, a lot of people are thinking weeks and months. He's saying to be successful in something, think in decades, which I'm still struggling to do myself, but I can't disagree with that. If you want to really excel in something, be great in something, and really reach your full potential, you got to put in a lot of fucking time. And it's going to take a lot of thought energy, brain energy, physical energy in general. You're going to stay up all night doing this one thing. And yet you're also telling me if you want to live a happy life, you got to add all these different things as well. I think that's too much. I think fucking having a phone in itself is too much. Fucking social media should give you that the satisfaction you need during your little empty time spots throughout the day. I don't think you need to go out and do yoga and like practice all these different things. Oh, yoga is beneficial for you. I'm not saying it's not, but I just use that as an example of like always trying to be busy. Calm your mind, relax, and focus on the one thing that's important to you. And fucking go all in that thing for a few months. And once you're fulfilled and you see progress, and you want to slow down for a bit, and you want to drop that, cool, drop it and do something else. But I'm pretty sure if that thing you're trying to pursue is your life task, your purpose, your calling, that thing is going to go a long, long fucking time. It's not going to end anytime soon. You might hate it. There might be periods of your weeks or months where you feel like you're not making any progress. Maybe you've hit a flat line and you can drop it for a few weeks. But if that's your true calling and purpose in life, you're going to be called to it again. It's going to come back. So you can try and distract yourself with all these different things going on in life and make excuses that like, oh, I haven't seen this friend in a while, so let's go over there instead of focusing on the thing I know I should be doing. So simplify your life. Know what you have to do or what your truest desires are and focus on that one thing. I promise you that. You're going to save yourself so much more time and you're going to look back and be like, yo, I'm so glad I focused on this one thing because I achieved my dream life through it. Instead of like getting FOMO and thinking I have to do all these different things. All right. If you need more help with finding what your purpose is and you want that path to freedom and fulfillment as well, then click the link in the description. We can work together and see if we're a right fit. But if not, have a good fucking night. I love you all.